Okay, today I'm making a food called stuffed pepper, the Persian way, and that is called Dolmeh in Persian, or Felfel Dolmeh. This is the peppers from our allotment, the last of one of them. So I'm using each person can have one. So to the number of the people, we can have uh, servings of it. One onion from allotment. I use corn instead of meat. Is a good alternative for meat, and I prefer that. It's made of practically of mushroom kind of material. Corn is a famous brand. You can find it in Britain or probably in America and Canada if you look for it. It's vegetarian. We can use herbs. I'm using Dolmeh sabzi and sabzi polo herb. I can add any other herb that I want from, for example, basil, fenugreek, mint, anything that is available in normal shops. A little bit turmeric. I'm using for olive oil some white truffle flavored olive oil. That's from Aldi supermarket in Britain. I don't know in America you have such a thing. And that is Saxa coarse sea salt. That's the sea salt practically. I use a little bit also yellow split peas. Or you can use dal or anything there. I start this by skinning and chopping the onion. Now, skinned and cut the onion into half. Okay, I have now chopped the onion and now I will fry them until golden. I've added the oil and put it on the gas number up to 6, just to make it come into boiling quickly. Then I will add the chopped onion. I've added the onions to the oil. I will leave it until it goes golden, caramelized almost. But I will get sure that it will not burn, so I will stir it a little bit when I feel that it needs. As you see, it's now I'm stirring with a wooden spoon, making sure it will not burn. Now that is warm enough, I will reduce the gas number, the heat to 2, and I will add a little bit oil. As you can see, it's almost done, so I will just add the mince. Okay, I'm adding now the mince. Mince needs a lot of oil, so I will add a lot of oil to this. As you saw, the mince was frozen, so it's gradually melting and mixing with the onion. I will add at this stage some turmeric also. So this is the turmeric. I'm adding it. It depends how much you like. Add as much as you like. Adding the turmeric gives this color to it, and as you see, the mince is melting, has melted almost, and there is now cooking. We don't want the mince burnt, so at this stage I will add other ingredients to it. Okay, at this stage I will add one ingredient that I forgot to mention. You can add tomato paste, bolognese sauce, pasta sauce, anything. We have our own pasta sauce that we made it in the 23rd of October 2017. I have a video about how to make that. I'm using that one, but if you have any other things, you can use that one. This is our own pasta sauce we made from our own tomato and herbs and garlic and onion. I will empty it into this. I've added the tomato sauce, and now I'm adding some herbs. I've added the herbs, then I will add the salt. 1 teaspoon of salt, sea salt, is added, and I will add a little bit dal. I added the dal or split pea, and I will now stir it. Okay, the filling is almost ready. I will add 1 glass of water to this. This is 1 glass of water, about 200 milliliter. I add it to this and leave it for half an hour to completely cook all the ingredients together. I'll put the gas number on 2 and I'll leave it for half an hour. put the lid on it, so it will completely cook everything together, especially the dolls. And in the meantime, I've prepared the peppers. I have washed the peppers, and I will show you how to open from the top. Okay, I use this knife to cut this hexagonal cut just around the top of the pepper, around here, around here, around here. Just stab it like that slowly with care, and I will use this part as a lid. I will show you. As you can see, I have cut around the top of the pepper in a hexagon with a knife, sharp knife, carefully, and I will tease it out of the. It is attached to what is inside the seed pods. As you can see, gently I pulled it out, and it comes out like this. So that's practically a lid for the pepper. I now empty the seeds from inside the pepper itself. Just to avoid damaging the peppers inside or puncture it, I use a spoon to extract the seeds and the pith from inside it. Gently I scrape the inside with that teaspoon, and tap it gently to extract all the seeds from inside. And I will do this for all the other peppers. I will show you the final result. By the way, if you want, you can use even your finger. Just remove the excess, whatever pith is inside it. And this is the lid or a hat of it. I've put it here. This is where the fillings go inside when it is ready. So, and I will cover it with this. I will repeat the same for all the other peppers. When making the cuts in the top of the pepper, just be careful. Don't make it too small or too wide. The size of this makes it easier for you to put the filling inside. So a little bit further away from that green part, you can cut with the knife in a hexagon or pentagon shape. And this is the way it looks when you remove the cap. This one has a lot of pith and seeds. You can use your fingers or a spoon just to extract the rest of the pith and the seeds from inside the pepper. Okay, when you have cut the lid, you can now cut this part of it and make a neat lid or a hat for the pepper. That will be kind of like a stopper to stop the fillings falling out. Yeah, like this. And you clean the seeds, of course, from there. When you are cutting the top, be careful that all these sides are joined together. If they get attached, you will not be able to easily pull this out. So make sure, gently of course, that you have cut all these corners, joining the lines, sides together. Now all the 4 peppers are prepared. I have some pith here, which I can separate the seeds and add it to the fillings in this pot. So I will just clean the seeds from them and put them in the filling. They give a little peppery taste to the fillings. As you can see, I've cut the pith from the lids. I've cleaned the seeds from them, and any bits and bobs which were there also I'm adding to this mixture. But I will not add the seeds. Seeds take a long time to cook, and they will add a gritty texture in under your teeth. I don't recommend using the seeds in that filling. So I'm just putting these ones inside the pot. Okay, these are the filling, and I'm adding those bits and bobs of the pith from the peppers, leftovers from the peppers. Just give it a bit taste. I will stir it to make sure they have a cook. And I'll put the lid back. As you can see in this food, nothing is wasted. Even the seeds which we were not using in this food, go to the compost bin, so they will be back into the soil. And even the pith, we use them here into the filling, so nothing is wasted practically. It's a very organic and very with a low carbon footprint, you may call it. We use everything back into the nature as much as we can. As you may know, in our allotment this year we have grown a lot of garlic. I like garlic, so I will add a few to my stuffed pepper filling. These are the garlics that I have now, cloves of garlic that I have now skinned, and I'm just adding them, chop them and add to the filling. As you see, the chopped garlic is added. 3 cloves are used. If you want, you can use more or less. As you see, half an hour has passed, but as the water is not reduced so much, I leave it for another 20 minutes. The water is now reduced enough, and I'm going now to use this stuffing into the peppers that I've already prepared. I'll turn the heater oven off and remove it from the hob to let it cool down a little bit. For this stage, I get a bigger pot that is big enough that the peppers can stand upright inside it. So when I've added the filling to these ones, they will go here. I will add a little bit of water now just to keep it warm gradually. Then I will put the peppers one by one with the fillings. I add 1 glass of water. I can add any, if you have any, can of tomato, peeled tomato, chopped tomato, anything that you can add here, or even just normal sauce, pasta sauce, or anything that you have, you can add it here, or tomato paste. I've added the water. I will put it on the 1 gas number or oven for the heat, and just let it gradually warm up. In the meantime, I will add the filling into the peppers. I will show you how I'm doing it. I have the pepper inside a plate, and I will remove the cap of the pepper, and I will hold this one in my hand, and with the other hand I add with this teaspoon the filling, and at the same time I will try to squeeze it as much as possible without breaking the pepper inside, so I can add as much as filling possible into this. I will show you the end result because I have to use both my hands for this. As you can see, I've stuffed the pepper with the filling. I'm putting it here. I add the cap. Usually you can find the right side of it because you have cut it, the cuts are there. And I will take it by hand. Gently I put it inside this pot. When I was choosing the peppers, by the way, I just want to show you something. I used these 4-lobed ones. You see that they have 4 lobes? They stand very easily upright, so there is no problem with that. So it's better when you want to buy your peppers or you grow it yourself. It's better to get the 4 lobes one. 3 lobes one, if they are really sturdy and they are not really deformed or anything, that is also possible to use. I repeat the same thing for all the remaining 3 peppers and the filling. I have now filled up the red pepper also, and I put the cap on it and put it back on in the pot. And when they're standing upright, nothing of the fillings fell out. Okay, I have now placed the 4 peppers inside the warm water. It's on the gas number 1, and I have left over some of the filling. That's deliberately done because I want to add it to the water which is now boiling here. So I will add it now to that. I will do it carefully so nothing of this will be falling over the peppers. Okay, I've added all the filling also left over the inside. I put it in the corners. You can add in the center if you had enough also. So all these corners get a little bit of it. It's on the gas number 1. I'll leave it for 1 hour and I will show the result after that. What I've done is that before actually putting it in 1, I put it for around 1 minute on the gas number 5 or 6. Just make it boil as you can hear. Then I will put it back on the gas number 1, so the heat is actually building up, simmering the whole food. Okay, now 1 hour has passed, and as you can see, I'm removing the lid. The food is cooked. For removing it, you have to be very careful. So you have to use 2 spoons, probably 2 ladles even, just to take it out carefully without puncturing it and the content without falling out. And this is the way the pepper will look after you extract it. You can add some of the juice or soup from here to the bottom of it and eat it with, serve it with bread or with rice if you prefer. Both goes well with this. This is a traditional food in Persia and they call it dolmeh. Dolmeh can have varieties including with pepper, with aubergine, with potato, with tomato, and with wine leaf, grape wine leaf. Bon appetit and enjoy.